Hello and welcome back to my channel. Nick is back.
Knick knack, paddywhack.
Sure.
Nick is back.
So, today is something a little bit different. We have never done this before. I've never done a video on this before, but I've read, we listened to the Smosh podcast of it.
Uh-huh.
So I thought it would be interesting to do it ourselves, and it is the Am I the Asshole on Reddit. So I'm pretty excited. I found quite a few, but I put them into sections. So the first one is going to be like relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, cutie pie. And then depending on timing, we might get into the family stuff or it might be its own video. It just depends on timing and how quick we go through these. Some of them might spark a conversation, they might not. This is the first time, so we don't know. But let's get started. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Good, me too. I really wanted to do this.
Also curious if we're going to hear any of the ones that we've heard already.
I don't think so. But I haven't listened to all of the Smosh videos. Like, I only listen to them if we're together, so... So the first one is, am I the asshole for not letting my in-laws come on my family camping trip? Preface this with, I love my in-laws, they're great and so kind towards me. So my story goes, I have an annual camping trip with my family where we go camping for a week every year. My parents got married there, had their anniversary, my cousins and aunts, uncles go there, old friends, yada yada. I love the words yada yada. Since I've been with my hubby, I hate the word hubby though, my in-laws come up for a day during the 3 to 4 days we are there. They spend the whole day, have dinner with us, and then go home. They're there about 45 minutes from their house to get there. Usually, those are caps. We stay in my parents' campsite, but since we have a kid this year, we opted to get our own, more privacy, and in the shade for a kiddo to nap. We had discussed that we got our own campsite to the in-laws. I guess they just assumed they were invited to come stay with us the whole time. Anyway, over dinner tonight at their house, my mother-in-law asks what day she can come stay. My husband says to come for one night. She did not like this answer and said I thought we were coming up for the whole time. I explained that we arrive at 12 p.m. and we'll be unpacking that afternoon and we'll be relaxing. The next day I have my friend and her husband that were staying a night with us and they were welcome to join us until the next day and stay the night, and then we check out at 12. She is obviously upset at the fact that we don't want them there our entire trip. I know they want time with the grandchild. I feel bad, but honestly it's my family camping trip. I want to go spend time with my parents and cousins and want to do so without lugging around my in-laws everywhere. I feel slightly uncomfortable, too, because this is my parents' trip and I don't want them to feel obligated to entertain. Anyway, I feel like crap. Am I the asshole?
So to start, it sounds like they already had people coming to where they were staying at this campsite. I'm also not sure what kind of campsite it is. If this is like a cabin or just tents.
Right.
Or RV. But it sounds like they already made plans on one of the days that they're up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, it sounded like a good compromise to...
Go for one day?
Yeah, say that she can come the next day. And then leave the following day.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, a lot of stuff is all about compromise. And also, it's an annual trip with her family. So it's like, she's not really obligated to bring them at all, honestly. It's nice that they come and they, like, come together as, like, a whole big family and stuff,
yeah.
But...
Or if they got their own campsite, then
that would be perfect. Yeah, if they got their own campsite, then everything would be fine and they could stay as long as they want. So, I don't know. Also, I don't camp. I don't like outside. So, but, you know, it's I think it's a good compromise being there for one day.
Yeah. And if the in-laws want to see the grandkids more, is that what was the grandkids?
Yeah.
They just make their own trip.
Well, I think it's their kid. Yeah, so yeah, they'd be the grandparents, yeah. Yeah, they could just do their own trip with them.
They could do their own trip with them. They don't have to join in on the other family's trip just to see them.
Right. But it does say, edit for context, we live about 4 hours away. Oh, they see our kiddo probably once a month for a few days.
The in-laws or the...
That same goes for my parents. So it doesn't really... I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah.
Also, kids are gross. So anyway, yeah, whatever. So that's the first one.
So not the asshole.
No, not the asshole, I don't think at all. This one's interesting. I think we're probably going to agree on this one too. Am I the
We'll see about
asshole
that.
for not posting my girlfriend on my Insta story for her birthday? I, 20 male, and my girlfriend, 23 female. Her birthday was a few days ago, and I paid great attention to making it a really special day for her. We celebrated at my place. I got her a bouquet of tulips, her favorite flowers, her favorite type of cake, and I got her a Vivian Westwood necklace that she's been raving about, which was a bit tricky since I only work as a tutor. But again, she's worth everything to me, so it didn't matter. And a vinyl record of her favorite band. Now, I'm not saying this to show off or anything. I'm just saying that I gave it my all, and I honestly thought I did a pretty good job given my capabilities at the moment. And she seemed very happy throughout the night. But the next night, the next day she was acting a bit cold. She just wasn't herself, so I asked what's wrong, and she explained how she was upset that I didn't post her on my story. Now, one thing about me, I never post anyone on my story for their birthday. I don't think it's necessary as long as I show them real love and appreciation on that day. It feels shallow to me for some reason, so it didn't even cross my mind that day, plus my mind was already occupied by picking up the cake and the preparations. I asked a mutual friend of ours, and she said that I was in the wrong. So now I'm confused, and I honestly feel really bad because my girlfriend still seems mad at me, and it makes me really sad that I upset her. Am I actually in the wrong?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think he took so much time and made sure that her birthday was very special, and being with her is more important than writing something online. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't matter, and a story is going to disappear anyway. So
Yeah, just for 24 hours.
yeah, like,
Just so people that you know will see it.
yeah,
attention.
I mean, exactly. It's just for attention. It's not like it matters.
Like for me, like I'm not like an avid social media poster to begin with, so
Yeah. I mean, it does bother me that you've never posted me. You've literally never posted me. So,
I'll
like,
put you on stories and stuff
once.
I planned your Chuck E. Cheese birthday party.
See, but you do stuff in real life. But it would be nice to be, like one post.
We'll see.
It's been a year and a half.
If you earn it.
Okay. Anyway, but I also, like, I've posted Nick probably like 5 times or so over our relationship, and that's not very frequent for us being together for so long, but also he's done it never, so.
Anywho.
Next one.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. This one is going to spark a debate.
Oh.
Am I the asshole for reselling Taylor Swift tickets instead of giving them to my Swiftie girlfriend?
Here's the thing. I'll start this by saying not the asshole if you want to sell them to her.
Mm-mm.
But I wouldn't give. That's just so much.
Boy!
If you sell, like, let's say you got tickets, you could not go, and
Is it because you can't go, or?
Taylor Not So Swift was like, hey, can I get the tickets for free?
I am not having a relationship with Taylor Not So Swift. She is not in my butthole. So that is a different story. Because I don't... So, let's read it.
Oh, hold on. Read it.
Let's read it. My male 21 girlfriend, a female 20, is a very big Taylor Swift fan. So when it was announced that the Eras tour tickets would be released in our area, she was excited to get on the list for pre-sale. I also listen to her music sometimes, and my girlfriend made it clear that she would be attending the concert with her friends. I decided so with her friends and not him. Interesting. I decided to sign up for the pre-sale code myself just to give me the option of going if I decided I wanted to. When the day came for tickets to be bought, my girlfriend, along with all of her friends, did not end up with tickets. Somehow I was able to score 2 tickets in a relatively nice section close to the stage. I joked with her that I planned to resell the tickets instead of letting her buy them off me, and she did not find it funny at all, even started a small fight over it. I'm surprised she didn't set the house on fire. When I checked the resale values, just out of curiosity, I was very surprised. I found out that I could likely resell my tickets for around $3,000. When I told my girlfriend this, she told me that I should be prioritizing her wants over money, and that it would mean It would be mean and unfair for me to sell them. To be clear, she was not asking me to give her the tickets, only sell them for her at the original price. I told her that I would end up spending the money on her anyway, and that it would end up being more valuable than one concert. She got very mad at me and seemed distant for the past day or so. I don't understand why she is so mad, considering I worked hard to get the tickets and the money would end up going to her anyway. I can't tell if my opinion is just biased because I'm thinking about the $3,000. I think he should give her the tickets. I think he should go with her, and they both go to the tour.
It also depends on if he's going or not. If
It doesn't sound like he even wants to really go.
If the girlfriend is thinking that her and one of her girlfriends are going to go,
that's different.
Then that's a different story.
I think if she was thinking, hey, let's go, let's have a date night, let's have fun. I mean, Taylor puts on a show. So, for me, if you got tickets to see Taylor Swift and I didn't, hell had frozen over at that point. But if you said you were going to sell the tickets and not take us, I would vomit blood. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, I would give... See this cat? I'd give it to you for Taylor Swift tickets. That's not true. She just looked at me and she was like, I will kill you. Like, there's nothing I wouldn't do for Taylor Swift tickets. So, to me, yes, he is the asshole for selling. Like, it shouldn't be a thought at all. Like, obviously, we are going together. We're going to have a great time. Taylor puts on a show. I just don't know if she's thinking, like, sell her the tickets so she can go with a friend.
Yeah, I think what should have happened was either they go together, or if she wanted to take her girlfriend, then sell them to them.
I agree with that. At market price. Not market price, but purchase price.
Because he probably wouldn't have gotten those tickets anyway if his girlfriend wasn't going to begin
Absolutely.
with.
She is sniffing my beer. Get out of my... She is licking the beer can. Get over here.
You're drunk. Go home.
You're drunk. Go home. Yeah. Oh, man. I could not imagine. But also, like, I mean, she's a big Taylor Swift fan, but, like, is she crazy? Like me? Because I'm crazy. So, okay, next one. Am I the asshole for arranging a surprise birthday party for my boyfriend? My boyfriend has had a hard time making friends. Currently, he has no IRL friends after his closest friend moved away. He goes out a lot but is painfully shy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not criticizing. I genuinely find it so cute, but this is the way it is. 2 days ago, it was his birthday. On his previous birthday, his now long-distance best friend and I set up a mini birthday party for him. It was just the three of us, and he loved it. You go see Daddy? Nope.
As you were.
Yeah, well, she looked like she was thinking about going over there. Now, as his friend had moved away, it was going to be just the two of us. He told me he's sad his best friend couldn't join, but he's happy to have my company. I was flattered, but I wanted to do something more for him. I planned a surprise birthday party and decided this time it was going to be something bigger. So I invited all my friends and told them to bring their partners as well. There were about 20 people, including me and boyfriend. Long story short, it didn't end well. He got extremely anxious and ran upstairs within 5 minutes. We had to end it before we could even give our presents. After everyone left, I asked him what's wrong, and he lashed out at me. I was blamed for ruining his birthday, making him look stupid, and now everyone thinks he's a freak. I tried to reassure him and told him no one thinks that, it's all in his head. I guess I accidentally made it worse because after that he threw a whole tantrum. I couldn't take it anymore and had to leave. Later on, he apologized for his reaction, but also told me I should have known this wouldn't end well. I reminded him of his previous birthday party last year, and he claimed it's not the same thing and told me to stop doubling down. What I did was inconsiderate, and right now I'm being an asshole by not owning up to it. Am I? I think this, because he's painfully shy, this should have been talked about beforehand.
Yeah.
And also, it's all her friends. I like your friends. However, if you just invited all of your friends over for my birthday without telling me, and they're just at my house, at our house, but they're just here. And nobody told me.
Yeah. It feels like it would be more for her, the party. Just have
Yeah,
her friends
it's
get together.
weird. Like, did you ask him what he actually wanted? Because it sounds like he wanted...
Especially if these aren't like close friends, or just like acquaintances too.
Right. Like, I don't think he really knows them.
And then all their
her
partners
friends.
too. So that's 40 people
That's a lot of people.
that he doesn't know for
Right.
his birthday.
And he's shy. Like, he doesn't... I don't think that's taking his feelings... Okay. into consideration at all. Like, I think that was pretty selfish of her, honestly. Like, yeah, she shouldn't have done that.
Or it should have just been talked about it, and then they could have solved
Absolutely.
it beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's July, my birthday's in September, and I'm already planning my birthday, so, like, if you just changed it and invited all your friends over to the house, I'd be like, what?
Hey, we're gonna do Warhammer for your birthday.
Over my dead body. Alright. Let's see if there's another one. Oh, am I the asshole for refusing to clean up my boyfriend's dog's poop? I, 25 male, have been living with my boyfriend, 24 male, for over a year at this point. Shortly after we moved in together, my boyfriend had gotten a dog, even though I made it clear to him that I don't like dogs and don't want to take care of one. Well, my boyfriend said he'd be the only one to take care of him and I didn't need to worry about it. Well, that was obviously a lie, but whatever. I don't mind occasionally having to feed the dog or getting him to walk, but what I absolutely refuse to do is clean up his poop, especially because my boyfriend hasn't even potty trained him yet. Not only is the smell absolutely horrible, but I know that with my OCD, I probably end up washing my hands for at least half an hour afterwards, and that's even if any poop doesn't touch my skin. Absolutely gag at the thought of having to clean up dog poop, so this is the one thing my boyfriend was fully responsible for, and also washing the place his dog pooped on. But for a couple of weeks, my boyfriend started complaining to me about not helping clean up poop or even washing the place, helping potty train the dog. But I reminded him that this is his dog, which I didn't want, and he promised me that he'd take full responsibility of him. Well, his precious dog ended up pooping on our living room carpet, and my boyfriend had a near mental breakdown where he started crying and saying, I can't do this anymore, and he begged me to clean it up this time because he feels like he'll throw up if he has to clean one more poop. I reminded him about our agreement regarding the dog, and he ended up screaming at me about how much of a selfish and lazy partner I am. And after he finally cleaned up the carpet, he ended up calling his mother to complain about me, and so then she could lecture me herself about how much of a lazy leech I am, and I'm forcing her son to do everything around the house, which is a lie. Afterwards, I told my boyfriend if he's so bent in involving his mommy to our arguments, he could give the dog to her so she could clean up the poop after him, and my boyfriend called me again an asshole. Am I? Nar. That is not your animal. I have a bunny. That's my bunny.
Mm-hmm.
We live together. Bunny loves his dad. That's not his responsibility.
Yeah. I'll feed him.
Yeah, and that's very nice of you to feed him, because sometimes I'm lazy. But that's not your responsibility. And especially if we talked about this and we said, no bunny, before I got a bunny, let's just say. And then I went out and I got a bunny.
Or just do the whole dog analogy.
Okay, sure, because bunny's perfect. I want a dog, but we have said, no dog right now. So, if I come home with a dog, first of all, I think that's very disrespectful to you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's a situation where the dog's going to be, like, murdered or something, which I would still have to probably give the dog up. But, you know.
Yeah.
Let's just say I come home with a dog, and then I tell you to start cleaning up the dog poop. What? That is not your animal. That is not your responsibility. You didn't want it. You specifically said you didn't want the animal. And honestly, letting me keep the dog is really nice.
Especially if he doesn't want a dog to begin with.
And it's not even potty trained.
Yeah.
That thing's crapping all over the house. Absolutely not.
You go take him to get potty trained if you're the owner, and you cut that off.
That's wild. The fact that you think that that's the boyfriend thinks that that's okay. And then he calls his mother to lecture.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sounds like the mother doesn't really like
The poster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Calling them
Or if it's like a
leech.
new relationship.
They have been living together for over a year, is what the first line says. So they've been together for a while. No. Absolutely not. No. Okay. Next one. Am I the asshole for not eating the dinner my boyfriend's mom made?
I'd say,
Oh.
to start, I feel like whenever I'm at someone else, like someone else makes me dinner, I'll eat it out of respect as long as I don't have any allergies. But if said person had allergies and like if you don't like eating pork, so if my mom made a pork dish, you wouldn't eat it,
Right.
and that'd be fine.
Right. I'm pretty picky, but if it's something that I wouldn't like, I'd still try it. I'd just have a small portion of it. If it's something that I do not eat, if it's shellfish because I'm allergic to shellfish, or if it's pork and I do not eat pork, those are the only two things that I would say no. If it was something, I can't even think of something I don't like, but like if it's a food I don't like I don't even know, mushroom on chicken or something, like the chicken marsala. I don't like chicken marsala. I would take a piece of chicken
Mushroom
and
chowder.
and I would try to get as much of the mushroom out of the sauce as possible to put on top. And it'd be like the smallest piece of chicken and a little bit of sauce. I would make it to where it's respectful. Like I'd still eat it. It's just that I wouldn't have like all of it. Like I wouldn't have a heaping portion of it. Yeah, I don't know. But let's read it. I feel like I'm going crazy, so I just need to ask other people for their opinions. Today, my boyfriend and I had plans to hang out after I got off work. He told me last night that we would go to Poke Bowls for dinner tonight. Ooh. We even talked about getting sweet treats from the Poke place. Today, he called his mom and let her know we'd be to their place around 6:30. What? I thought that she was just going to go with us. This isn't unusual because he lives with his parents, and she went with us last time. That's weird that he didn't talk to her about that first. We get to his house and are hanging out at the table when his mom starts setting out this big charcuterie board of cheese, meats, berries, bread, and crackers. I assume they must be having company, and these are the appetizers, until a dinner plate gets passed around before me, and his mom and dad sit down with us, and as my boyfriend gets his sister for dinner. I realize we're not having poke for dinner, and I try to contain my discontent, but I have a really hard time doing that because I tend to show my emotions on my face. I do too. I am really bad about that. I had been under the impression since yesterday that we were going to be going for poke, and I was looking forward to it. I had a long day at work kayaking and swimming. Oh, interesting. And I also recently found out that I had a gluten sensitivity, so the only things on the platter I'd be able to eat would be the meat and cheese slices and the berries. My boyfriend asked me what's wrong, and I whisper to him. I was like, whimper, weirdo. I whisper to him that it just wasn't what I was expecting. He loudly asks me why, and now his parents are listening, so I explained to him that he said yesterday we would get poke, and that I had been kind of looking forward to it. He said it's okay, let's just go get that. I said it's fine, we can eat this, but he insists. We go outside, and I can tell he's pissed off. I stop him and ask, do you really want to go? Because it's fine, I can eat that, it's no big deal. He says, let's just go, we're already outside. Then he says it was rude of me to just get up and leave, and I should apologize to his mother. He's a little baby. I try and say, you said this was fine and we could go get poke. You said this is what you wanted to do too. I feel like I got put in an uncomfortable situation where he urged us to go back, then blamed it on me when we actually went. I apologized to his mom for leaving when we got back, and she said it was better, and all she said was to have better communication with my boyfriend next time. Yeah, he sounds awful.
Also, there's no communication.
None at
with
all.
the change of plans.
No. So he just decided that he's going to call his mom after, like, yesterday. You guys are like, hey, let's go have poke tomorrow night. Let's have a little date night. It's going to be cute. And she's like, well, girl, poke? All right. And then he calls his mom and says, okay, we're coming. And then to invite her at all without talking to your partner, I think is weird. Like, to just invite your parents I thought this was date night. And then now they're eating dinner at home.
And honestly, I feel like charcuterie isn't really a dinner.
Well, until a dinner plate.
Like to eat the charcuterie.
I don't know is that what they're eating is charcuterie for
I think
dinner?
charcuterie is the dinner.
That's wild. I ain't a bird. I don't get it. Like I don't think she is in the wrong at all. And her boyfriend sounds like a little baby bitch to me because he's like, no. We were going to Poke. And also, ever since I was a kid, I had this issue where if someone tells me that we're going to do something, I take that as a promise. And I get really excited about things, and I get very let down when things go wrong. So this, I would have a sad little pouty face about this, honestly. I really would. And when we got home, I would stay for dinner. But when we got home, I would be like,
never again.
Mm-mm.
You gotta tell me.
No. You
or
are
next
not
time
changing.
I will not be going.
You are not changing last minute. You are not making me look like a fool.
Yeah.
No. So. I don't know if there's any more. Oh. Am I the asshole for calling girlfriend's family rude?
Let's see.
Probably. Male. No, you're not going to tell us how old you are? Okay.
Female.
Male, wanted to spend time with my girlfriend, female, for a couple of hours on her birthday. How long have you been together? I'd like to know. I called her asking her what we should do. Her family butted in and said no, they were going to plan something with her in the morning, dismissing my attempt to spend time with her in the morning. My girlfriend said they were joking, but I didn't take it as a joke. I said it was rude. Me and her also have a family of our own, and I wanted some family time, just us.
Like kids and stuff.
They already had plans for later in the afternoon for her birthday, but I'm upset she let the family dismiss my attempt of hanging out with her and take over the plans. Am I the asshole for being upset with her family and not going to her birthday party in the afternoon after being dismissed? So, does your girlfriend have any say in what she does for her birthday? Because it kind of sounds like her parents are very overbearing, and they're like, no, actually, we're going to do something. It's like, it's her birthday. She can actually decide what she wants to do. I don't know. I mean, does she not care about her birthday, too? Because, like, it's July, and I'm planning my birthday. Like, there is no, no, this is what I'm doing for my birthday, and we're going to have a great time.
I think he would be the asshole for not going to the party in the afternoon.
I think so, too. That's your
girlfriend. Because it should be about, your girlfriend or wife or whatever.
And I don't understand the family thing.
I think it's just, like, him and, like, maybe kids, if they have any.
There's a lot that I'm not getting here.
Family.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, I'd like to know more information. But I do think it's rude for her family to just be like, no, you're not going to see her, actually. Like,
actually, we're doing something that's not your plan.
Yeah. And not even inviting him along. Like, they didn't even say, oh, we're doing something in the morning, but if you want to come. They were like, no, actually. Like, no. So, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know their relationship, and I don't know her and her family's relationship, but, like,
I'd say not enough information.
No, but I also don't think anybody should get involved in that. That was the last one for the, like, couple-y ones. What did you think? You are leaning on my chair, and I feel like I'm going to fall out of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about these videos, if you like them, and if we should do more of them. Let me know what your favorite story was. Do you disagree with anything we said, or do you agree with anything we said? Because we are right. So.
And if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments for stories that you want to hear or hear our opinions to.
Yeah, like if there's a specific story that you're like, oh girl, I'd love to hear you talk about this. Like,
let's open up this can of worms.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. I feel like I get pretty like heated about stuff, so some of these could be pretty interesting. I tend to have a very strong opinion about everything, so that could be fun. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you wanna, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye, guys.